So what's going to happen is this, I'm going to do a direct comparison for this person. Direct question, this person, is it suitable to do business or to do career? That means working for people, or should he be doing indirect wealth? That means anything related to gambling or cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, all this more risky stuff. So there are three things. Business, career, and indirect wealth. Which is better? Before we analyze all the three different categories, the first thing that we need to do, of course, we need to adjust the time. We will assume that everybody knows about the adjustment of time. Next is we have to see the character of the person, because the character of the person will have a direct effect on what is going to happen, even though your palace energy is going to be good. But if your character is not good, then we have a very, very tricky issue. You have a direct effect. So in this case, this stem, this is the one, this stem, E. So we look at E over here. So we have two boxes, 1 and 3. So stage one is box number 1. Okay, this is stage 2. Just highlight. This is stage 1. Let me adjust my screen. Okay, stage 1. Okay, so before I even start, take note of this E. Something extra. E. What does it really mean? E is a, you see the shape of this E. You see this E itself, this particular pointing is going up. Okay, so in terms of visualization, you must always understand that this person, he or she is able to go up. Go up meaning that means no matter what happened, he's able to overcome the situation. So this is the basic understanding of a person who is an E person. A bit like Geng, but Geng also can overcome hardship. But this one is not so direct. E is, remember, it's called zigzag, it's wavery. So that means she's able to go around to get things done. So that is something whereby we need to understand, based on its character, this visual understanding of this stem itself. So next, what we do is we need to understand the character of the person. So we have stage 1 and 2 directly. So interestingly, we have a destroyer, open door, and leader. Open door, somebody who is able to overcome obstacle, somebody who's extrovert. So it's in tally, it's in tally with the E itself, that is somebody who's able to overcome the obstacle. Leader, a good potential leader, depending on the environment also, if the environment allows him to showcase the leadership. So box 1 itself is on a lower scale. Lower scale means that it's in box 1. Comparatively, 1 and 9. 1 is in the lower. That means his open door, his leader, and the destroyer is actually on a lower side comparatively. That means it's okay, but it's not as high. If this information is, all these box 1 symbol are actually in box 9, there is a different kind of understanding. That means leadership is higher, open door is higher, destroyer is higher. That's how we digest the information. So, but because it's box number 1, it's actually a little bit lower comparatively to box 9. Okay, so that means, take note, destroyer. I've been talking about destroyer for so many times, but I also wanted to share something more about destroyer is this. We seem to have understanding that destroyer is not a very good character. But we must also understand that destroyer, there's also some character which are very good. Just zoom in. This destroyer. This is, in Chinese, this is called a 柱. 柱 means pillar. So it's also telling us that this person, although is a destroyer, that may create gossip or have a lot of changes that may happen to his life. But this person is a pillar of a company, a pillar of a family. So what does it really mean? Meaning that when you hire such people, a person who is a destroyer person, he is able to turn around the company, or for example, sales. He is going to be the one of the best person in terms of sales to generate a lot of money for the company. That means he's the pillar of the company that is going to make a lot of difference. And if this person is the person that is going out to make money for the family, so he's also the person that is going to make money for the company to bring food on the table. So he is also the pillar. So in a way that a pillar is quite dependable. Very, 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 very dependable in such a way that if you give him the task to do, he'll be able to get it done. More than done. Get it done very, very well. So that is something whereby we need to understand from another perspective of a destroyer. Of course, it depends on the environment also, but end of the day is, if you allow this person to trigger the destroyer, whereby we like to gossip, we like to have a lot of changes here and there, then his destroyer character will come out very easily. You see. So anyhow, going back into the character. So after stage 1, we move to stage 3. So we have a live door, we have a Night Earth, and Bandit Star. So going back to the characteristic. Okay. Live door is also pretty good in terms of extrovert also. Very friendly person. Night Earth, humble, grounded person, very honest person. But here's the thing. You got a Bandit Star. Bandit Star is somebody who actually very, very capable. And yet, because he's so capable that he needs to enjoy, he needs to showcase that he is worth the kind of value. So when I was talking about Bandit Star, I think I haven't mentioned to you before. The first person I think of is Donald Trump. Donald Trump, the previous president of the US itself. So why I say it looks like him, because he is very capable in a way, but yet he has a lot of so-called wife, a lot of women around him. He has a lot of, he likes to enjoy himself in life. So every time when I see this bandit, I always think of this Donald Trump as a classic example. So here's the thing. So after we analyze the character, we have a brief idea of how this person is behaving in terms of characteristic. So basically, we can say that this person as a whole, pretty interesting character, and yet is pretty on the positive side, because if you were to see all the character trios itself, it seems to be good. Of course, there are Destroyer and the Bandit Star, but as a whole, still not too bad. So next thing we need to do is we look at the career. What is his career first? Career is over here. Open door. So open door, which is together with him when he's young, which means that he's in harmony with the open door. That means he is okay to work for people. And at the same time, there's a boss over here. That means his boss is going to be helpful to him in his career. But the question is, because there's a destroyer over here, he might be the person that is creating the problem in the job itself. And at the same time, we see that there's a gun over here. That's also creating some issues. So still not too bad comparatively, in terms of as a job. So he should be, if he were to work when he's young, he should be okay. Not so rocky, but still, I would say 65%, 70% there. At the same time, because his open door is in the box one, that means it's not so fantastic compared to 9. If the open door is in box number 9, then it's a very, very interesting career. But anyhow, if you move to stage 2, after 35, 40 years old, he'll be here, box number 3. The open door is actually producing him. You see, this is water, this is wood. The open door produces him. So what happens is when an open door produces you, the job is coming to you. In the event that he's still doing a job, he's still working for other people, then he will have plenty of opportunity. He will have. He won't be so scared of not having a job because the job is always there for him. He will have to choose. He will have to choose which is the best for him, provided that he wants to work for people. Okay, this is for the category of a job. Second, we look at his direct wealth. Direct wealth, directly we look at the life. And we look at the money, where the money is over here. Okay, just look at it, basing on box 3 and box 7, what is it telling us? Life, we have a 9 earth. 9 earth stands for low. Bandit, lose money. So, business-wise, even if you were to make money, he will still lose money. So that's the tricky situation. And when he's young, over here in box number 1, he's over here, but the business is in box number 3. That means he is producing the business. He is going after the business when he's young. That means he's always looking forward to build his own business. He will make a lot of effort because he got the open door. That means a lot of opportunity, got leader, got boss, got nobleman helping him. So basically he's okay. But he will have to make too much effort to earn a little bit of profits and making some big losses. So may not be so recommended when he's young. However, when he gets older, 35, 40 years old, he goes to stage 2, which means that it's actually in harmony already. That means based on experience, based on his knowledge, he gather more technical know-how, business know-how, then he is in harmony with the business. But the fact is that it's still a 9 earth, it's still a bandit. So it's still not too much difference comparatively to when he's younger. So that's the tricky issue. So which means that box 3, as a business himself, not so great. But take a look at the money. The money which is matter when he's young is producing him. But when he is older in stage 2, if he were to engage in business, this money is clashing with him. So meaning that if he would want to do business when he's younger, he still can make some money. But when he's older, although in harmony, the money is not coming to him. It's clashing on him. So basically, it's a no-go for the business. Although the box 3 looks okay, we have a 9 earth, you see, and a bandit. It looks fine, like if you look at it from a very two-dimension perspective. So in that aspect, if I compare business and career, I would recommend him to work for other people better comparatively. Okay. Let's say if does he has any indirect luck? Okay. Injury and the life door over here. So himself is when he's young over here, water produce the indirect wealth, which means that when he's young, he's always going after the casino. He's always playing 4D, Toto, lottery, whatever, anything that is going to be very exciting and yet don't have to work too hard to earn money. He wanted to do it. So wanting to do it is one thing. Whether can, or that's another thing, because we have to see there is a black tortoise over here. Black tortoise is not good. That means lose some money. Of course, this diplomat is a good thing, but end of the day, injury though is always about money. So if the money is going to lose money, and even if you were to produce it, it's still not a very fantastic palace or box score. Not too great, to be honest. And same thing, the life itself is also producing. He's producing the life. He's producing the injury. It's not a best option for indirect. If he goes to stage 2, when he's older, he'll be over here. Life. Same palace as life. Same element as in box number 4, which is wood. Wood and wood, that 3 and 4 are together, so it's in harmony. Which means that he also gained more experience. He has better luck already comparatively. But you look at all the information there. We have a black tortoise. We have a knight. We have a bandit. The combination also not so fantastic also too. So as a whole, I would actually recommend him to work for people. If you want to go for those casino, maybe once in a while, have fun on it, very small amount, for entertainment. Business, well, I don't really recommend if possible. And I also don't recommend him to partner with other people. Why is that so? Because in this partner is also talking about business partnership, as we have already understand. There is a Kong over here. That means there's an emptiness, which means that in the event of any business partnership, 2 partners or 3 partners coming together to invest in the company and work together in the operation, there will be a very, very unlucky situation. The energy is going to be very low because it's empty. And at the same time, there's a quay over here. So which also means that the partnership may not be so fantastic. That means there are some problems with the partner. So in that case, as a summary, I would recommend him, when possible, work for people, because he got a leader there. He got a nobleman there. Although there's a Geng over there, but it's still okay. Because, Geng and Yi is together. Yi control the Geng. So the negative effect actually is gone. So as a whole, box number 1, it looks pretty okay. Pretty okay. As long as you are able to manage the destroyer star, then the rest of the career will be more or less, I would say 80% pretty smooth. Okay, but of course, you have to take care of the bandit star over here, which is quite tricky as we go along. Okay, so far, any question? Anybody want to ask any question? Please ask, because sometimes it's going to be very interesting to know where you're supposed to go rather than what you are doing now. I have come across many, many cases whereby they have the potential to become a businessman or businesswoman, but because their environment does not allow them to do so, so they always look for a job, and a job. And eventually they are not happy about what they are doing. They are dragging their feet to work. And sometimes it's a reverse way. They always like to do business, but their potential is in the job. They are better off working for people and they will earn more. But they always, because of environment or people preaching them that business is good, business is the best way to make money. The fact is that not everybody can become a business person. Even if you learn all the skill set, to be honest, even if you learn the best skill set, if your character does not match, if your energy does not match, you will never make it in that area. Seriously, I've seen so many cases already. But, okay. And he said, what happened to the kueh in box 2? What is a kueh? Anybody can tell Anne what is a kueh?
Dirty water.
Mm-hmm. What does the dirty water stand for? There's a partnership there. In any partnership, if you